Hi guys, so in today's video I'm going to be testing out Maybelline's new Fit Me Concealer because they finally launched new shades, which is about damn time because I could never find a shade that was pale enough for me. Like, it was always too dark. I could wear it in the summer when I had like some fake tan on, but in my general day-to-day life the Fit Me Concealer just didn't work for me, and I really do like the formula, but like it just was too dark and made me look like an imposter. So yeah, they come out with new shades and I'm going to be discussing that in this video, trying it on my face and everything, doing swatches compared to my other pale concealers. So if you guys want to see that and hear my thoughts, then just keep watching. Okay, so I was just about to put some makeup on, purely because I have some photos that I need to take using my palette because it's launching in Germany, I think, and they wanted some photos of me, like 5 different looks of me wearing my palette. So I was literally just about to put my makeup on at like 9 p.m, take my makeup off and then go to sleep. But I thought I may as well film a video, so I have no makeup on right now, as you can probably tell. And firstly, let's just talk about the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer shade range, and just shade ranges of brands in general. There has been so much drama recently on Twitter, understandably, about different brands. Their shade ranges are appalling, pretty much. I really honestly don't understand it. Like, it's 2018 and brands can't come out with shade ranges for every skin tone. The people that live on this planet and buy makeup and wear makeup and are makeup artists and are just people that enjoy using makeup, that's pretty much every single skin tone. Like, I literally don't understand. Can somebody please explain to me what the issue is? Because my friend Tammy the other day was saying on Twitter, if Primark can make darker like makeup and darker shade ranges for £2.50, then other brands have no excuse for why they can't do that. Like, I don't understand. One day, I'm not even kidding, like, I want to bring out an affordable brand that does concealers from literally white to black, because me personally, being pale, I struggle to find colours that are pale enough for me, and I would literally need like a almost white concealer to actually like highlight my under eyes, and I just can't imagine how people with deep skin must feel when they go into a shop and they see foundations and concealers and they think, oh, that looks good, and then they go to look for their shade and there's literally like no dark shades. I just think it is appalling. But anyway, moving on from that, Maybelline have, you know, taken steps in the right direction. They have launched some new shades of their Fit Me Concealer. So originally in the UK, I know in the US it's different. They have like shade names like Light. I think in the US they have Sand, Light, Deep and Cafe, I think, originally. In the UK we had shades 10, 15, 20, 25. I think we have 30 and 35 as well, but again, I think that might be an American thing because I personally haven't seen those in stores. But I always had shade 15 because I'm not sure if you can see from this picture here, that is 10. This is just a picture that I've got up from Google, but shade 10 is this one and shade 15 is this one. I'll try and put a bigger picture on the screen here. Shade 15 is actually lighter than shade 10, and I realised that when I went into store and was swatching the concealers, so that's why I bought shade 15. But as you can see, this Fit Me in shade 15 is the one that I wore so much in the summer when I had a bit of a tan and when I was using fake tan, and I love this concealer. It was in my top 10 concealers video, and in that video I was like, maybe we need to bring out some lighter shades, and then a couple of you guys tweeted me saying, Soph, they have. So this is shade 15. As you can see, it is too dark for my skin right now, and so they have just come out with shade 5. So they have now added, this is a picture from Maybelline's Instagram. So they have 5, which I believe in America is called Ivory. And then they've also added 5 darker shades. They still don't go down dark enough. I'm just gonna say that now, like, they still need to add darker shades, but they have added 5 darker shades. So they have honey, caramel, tan, hazelnut and cocoa. So I do think it is good that they've expanded their shade range. I'm very happy personally that they've added in a lighter one. It's also great to see they've added in some darker shades as well. I ordered this off of the Superdrug website and I believe it was $5.99. So this is the difference between the shades just in the tube. As you can see off of mine, the writing is like rubbed off. And then I am going to put this on my face in a sec, but I'm just going to quickly swatch them side by side on my hand. So hopefully you can see there, that's the difference between those two. it is definitely a lot lighter in colour. So obviously I did just buy shade 5 because there would have been no point in me buying the other shades that would be too dark for me. I'm going to leave these on my hand while I'm doing my makeup and see if it oxidizes. Okay, so first off I'm just going to put on a bit of foundation. I'm using the L'Oreal True Match in the shade 1N, which is a pretty good match for my skin. So if you're looking for a new drugstore concealer, I did recently make a video on the top 10 drugstore concealers, well, my top 10 drugstore concealers. So if you want to find that, then just check back on my channel because I never ever remember to use the cards. I know that Collection as well, which is another UK brand, have just come out with a paler shade of their Lasting Perfection concealer, which I'm definitely interested to try, and I do think they've added a couple of darker shades. Ah, I just bit my tongue. And I do think they've added a couple of darker shades as well. In a minute I will just show like swatches on the back of my hand comparing this concealer to my other palest concealers from the drugstore, but first let's put it on my face because I want to cover this up. So it's just got your standard doe foot applicator. Loads of you guys were so shocked on Twitter when I tweeted that doe foot is called doe foot because it literally looks like the foot of a doe, which is like a deer. Loads of you guys didn't know that, and I remember the first time I figured that out, I was mind blown. So if I've just blown your mind, let me know. Okay, so I'm gonna start like this and then just blend that out, and then I'll put some on my nose as well. What I do like about this concealer is it's really like hydrating. Even though I have oily skin, it's quite nice sometimes to have something a bit more hydrating on my under eyes. As you can see, it did a really nice job of like brightening up my under eyes, but like I said, I would need a concealer that is almost white in order to actually highlight my under eyes. So any concealers that I get, like pale concealers, oh, whoops. So any pale concealers that I do get, like they just blend in with the rest of my skin tone. How did I get cat hairs on my beauty blender? It blends so nicely. So I'm just gonna put some around these red areas of my nose. It's definitely not full coverage, but it does cover pretty nicely. Like, I find it especially good for under your eyes because it doesn't feel heavy, like, at all. By the way, guys, I am going to be reviewing the Tarte foundation at some point. I did order it off their website on the first day that it was launched. So I imagine it will take a while to get to me because obviously it's from the US. I am still going to review it, despite the controversy, because... or controversy, however you want to say that word. I am still going to review it because I spent my coin on that foundation. I spent like £45 on their website to get it because you had to spend over $40 or £40 to get free shipping. I've spent a lot of money on that foundation, so I'm going to review it. Obviously it's going to be a fully honest review and I will address more the skin tone issues. But overall, I'm definitely happy with how that looks. It doesn't look too dark. It looks like it blends in with my foundation perfectly, which I really, really like. It doesn't seem to have oxidized on the back of my hand. It still looks lighter, which is really good because some of my other concealers do oxidize and go more orange. It's not full coverage. Obviously you can still see a little bit of redness from this spot and around the edges of my nose, so if you're looking for something full coverage, then this is not for you, but it's still got really good coverage. I still really like it. It's a really nice like everyday concealer. Okay, so I'm just going to finish off the rest of my face. Warning, I probably am going to come back with a pretty full face of makeup because like I said, I was going to do some looks using my palette, so I'll be back and I'll be heavy. Okay, I'll be back in a bit and then I will show you guys the swatches of this concealer versus all my other pale concealers, so catch it in a minute. And I am back with my face on, looking a little bit more made up and dramatic than I did 2 seconds ago. So now I'm going to compare this concealer to my other drugstore concealers, like my palest drugstore concealers that I have, the ones that I wear on like a regular basis. So, and one of them is on the floor. Maybelline Fit Me number 5 is this one. I will do a close-up at the end. I then have my Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define in shade 1. They are pretty similar actually in terms of paleness. I think the Makeup Revolution one is just a little bit more like neutral rather than yellowy. I've got my Collection one now, which is the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer in the shade Fair, which when swatched like directly next to these, it does look a very similar colour, but it does oxidize quite a bit. And then this is the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Porcelain for all my American friends. So there they are on my hand. God, both of these nails are broken. I use my pinky. That is Maybelline Fit Me in number 5. That one is the Makeup Revolution Define and Conceal in C1. This one is the Collection Lasting Perfection in Fair. And then this one is the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Porcelain. So hopefully that kind of helped you out in terms of like how pale this is. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure you give it a big thumbs up. I would love to know any of your thoughts on like any of these topics that I've discussed in this video in the comments down below. I always have a read through my comments. I always have a read through my comments and I try to reply to as many as I can. So yeah, if you aren't already subscribed to my channel, make sure you press that little button down there. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!